by interruptions. This is all about time, right? It's all about choices. Not really time management, but choice management. So this is going to get you present to your day and what you do. Now, when you do this, you're going to see, you'll say, oh my goodness, wow, I did this a while back, and I just couldn't believe it. I had like text from this person, text from that person. In fact, it's so funny. My boyfriend was making these, right? He put all these together for me. This is a funny story. So I kind of scribbled everything up, and he was putting it together. So this particular page was something that I completed about a year ago, and I did it on my own. So I had everything that I was doing on here, and I handed him the whole stack. So he's going through it, and he goes, text Randy, talk to Randy. Text Randy, talk to Randy. He's like, what did you, that's what you were doing? Like, I got in so much trouble because he was seeing all the stuff that I was doing. I said, that's why we were broken up, don't worry. We were broken up then. I swear, we were broken up. It was just so, I got in so, he's like, what were you all day? This is what you're doing? I'm like, oh my God. But seriously, that's what, I was kind of in this little dating thing. And I was like, oh, so when you're thinking about something and you're distracted by something, you really want to get present. Huh? What?
Be careful what you put on it.
Be really careful what you put on these sheets. Right, exactly. But this is very, very important in your lives. Very important, because if you feel like you've gotten through your day and you haven't really accomplished what you want to achieve, and you don't feel a sense of accomplishment, like you've just been running, then your breakdown is generally here. This is where your breakdown is. Now, how do you solve it? Your job may be to be interrupted, right? You may need to have an open door policy. Who knows? Who knows what your accountabilities are? However, in order to be productive, you have to have time to sit and focus for a period of time. Every time you're interrupted, it takes anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes to refocus. So think about it. You're interrupted. Now you have to refocus. It takes 5 to 15 minutes to really get back into what you were doing. So how much time do you lose during the day with this dynamic? Very important. So what do you do? In fact, some of you may already be doing this right now. Sherry, I know you do it. And Amber, you guys may do it. Take a sign, put it on your door. Do not interrupt. Busy from 12 to 2. Take your phone, turn it over, shut it off. Don't look at your email, right? You schedule your time to work on what you need to work on in chunks of time. So you have chunks. I am not available for this chunk of time. And you let the people know around you that you're not. I do that to my kids. I'm like, do not talk to me for the next, whatever time, 2 hours. Mommy's going to be doing this. After that, I'm all yours. So you put a sign on the door, but make sure you let people know that are trying to reach you that you're doing this. So you can actually, and that's called a structure and a strategy. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now the next page is tracking your time. And again, now we're getting into worksheets. Worksheets are valuable because it gets you present. Again, you need to know where you are to get to where you want to be, remember? You have to know what you're doing. We are numb to what we're doing. We don't want to know because we have a positive intent to what we're doing, remember? And it feels good? We don't want to know. Once you know, it opens your eyes. Then you could get disgusted with yourself, frustrated, motivated. You will make changes at that point, which will lead to the breakthrough. This is all leading you to the breakthrough. Tracking your time. If you track your time for 3 solid days, every 15 minutes, everything you do, it gets you real present to how you're managing your life. It's fabulous. It's like one of the best exercises ever. So I encourage you all to do that. Very, very, very eye-opening. The next page, go to monthly budget planner. I put a couple planners in here for you guys just so you can have if you want to use. Some of you may use other systems like Quicken or Mint or other Excel spreadsheets for budgeting. But if you don't, this is a budget worksheet for you. I encourage you all to have a budget. It's very, very important to hold you accountable for your finances, and it feels good. It gives you peace about your money, right? Also, daily expense tracker on the next page. This is very eye-opening as well. Track your expenses, your spending, for 1 month. Do it for 30 days. Everything you spend, everything. It will change your life. Again, we're numb to what we're doing. We don't want to pay attention to it. We don't pay attention to it because of positive intent. We want to get present to what's real. Once you get present to what's real, you can make a shift. When you close your eyes to what's real and you're not seeing it, you stay where you are. Does that make sense? Okay, so you track your expenses for 30 days and see exactly what you're doing. Right, Carlton?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Complete your incompletes is the next page. Now, incompletes. What are incompletes? Anybody have an idea? Shannon?
When you have certain tasks or things that you set out to do and you started it but you didn't finish it.
Good, good, very good. Or another incomplete could be a relationship, right? Maybe there was like something, an argument, or you left a relationship kind of yucky. That could be an incomplete. Incompletes are something that it's unfinished. It's something's a little weird about it. Like it's maybe a friendship and something's off, or something you started, a project, it's not done, or over here, I've got those pictures in my house that are sitting there, these are all incompletes. Now, what's interesting about incompletes is they are energy leaks. I don't mean that you need to go out and complete all your incompletes. That is absolutely not what you need to do, because again, you're never going to get it all done, right? However, you want to have a structure around them. Even though you may never complete all your incompletes, at least have a structure. For instance, incomplete. I could say, let's say a friend who I had a falling out with a year ago. Plan for closure. Call them. Say I'm sorry. Something to that effect. Project. Finishing my house. Plan for closure. We'll do it over the next 5 years. You see what I'm saying? All it does is get it out of your head and onto paper. So now it gives you peace because you have a plan of action. But you may never get it all done. And that's okay. But at least you have it somewhere, right?